You got my man Usyk coming to defend his crown, coming in as a favorite this time around, prove the doubters wrong. And you got my man Tyson coming back to reclaim the throne. You feel me? Let niggas know that players fuck up too. And I'm here to get my shit back. You feel me? And we're gonna see it's gonna be a good fight. It's a fight I do expect to live up to the hype. Uh I really don't know who gonna win. I'm leaning somewhere. You feel me? I'm gonna give y'all a pick. I'm gonna say fuck it, I'm gonna give y'all a pick. But honestly, I really don't know who gonna win this fight. If I'm being honest with y'all, uh, I can see it happening in every way. And when I mean every way, I can see Usyk winning by decision. I can see Usyk stopping him. I can see Tyson stopping Usyk. I can see Tyson winning by decision. I can see it being a draw. I can see Tyson winning by 1 point, Usyk winning by 1 point. Both of them getting a couple knockdowns and getting up to win it or get up to lose it. I can see everything happening. I really don't know who's gonna win this joint. This joint because even though Usyk won, like that's still we all seen what Tyson was doing before that shot landed. So it's like maybe you want to go Usyk just because he won. It's so easy to pick him because he won. So we could just go off the nigga they fought already. He won. We could just pick him. But I ain't gonna lie, my heart saying Tyson gonna get this job done. My heart saying Tyson not coming here and he not coming to play. I do think Tyson coming to sell out. That's what I will say. That might be a good thing, or that might be a bad thing. That's what I will say too about that. But I don't know. But I'm gonna pick Tyson. That's where my heart at. I picked Usyk in the first one. You feel me? And I said on paper that Tyson, the X's and O's said Tyson, but I like the intangibles of Usyk. I always feel like the intangibles is just, I always say it's just how you was raised. It's not nothing nobody could teach you. It's just how you was brought up. So, you feel me? You can't put intangibles into somebody. It's just they either got this or they don't got this. You could teach somebody a good jab, a good hook. Tangibles, like I said, you can't teach heart, can't teach durability, just certain shit that like you just got and other people don't got.
No, man, yeah, I'm leaning Tyson too, man. I'm picking Tyson only because, like you said, I just feel like he more serious this time around. I don't feel like he gonna be in there playing like he was in first couple of rounds that last first fight. Uh, I just think he just real focused this time, man. And I might be a little biased. I'm a big Tyson fan, but I just feel like I want to see him win. I want to see a third fight. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Shit, like you said, this fight could go either way. That's what make for like a great matchup like this. Anything can happen. So I'm always down for fights like this. I am leaning Tyson Fury though, man. It's just something about Tyson boxing style that I like. That I feel like he gonna be able to kind of make this a fight that he can really. I don't want to say dominate, but look good in and get the dub in. But again, like you said, anything can happen. I really could see him dominating this motherfucker, but it could go either way. Usyk could fuck around and dominate him somehow.
Or and I ain't gonna lie, like it's hard not to pick Tyson too because it's just hard not to think that it's Usyk's job to break him out of that in terms of if you fight him 100 times, you probably always gonna have to wait for the back half to break him down. You probably never gonna stop that first half. Cause you gotta deal with that. That's 6'9", sharp jab, great footwork, could fight on the inside, could fight going backwards, could do everything, got a good chin. Like, how you not deal with that? You gonna have to deal with that at some point, no matter who you is. Now, mind you, if you good enough, you could deal with it, you could get through it, you could overcome it, and that's what he did. But no matter who in the ring, at some point you gotta deal with that. So in my head, it's like you just gotta maintain that. You gotta not fucking break in the second half. If you can do that, you can get this win. And why would I bet on you not to do that? Because you Tyson Fury. I'm gonna bet on you not to break down this time. And I'm gonna expect you to, like I said, no matter who in front of you, no matter if it's Foreman, Ali, you gonna have to deal with that and overcome that if you gonna beat him. You're not just gonna go in there and not have to deal with that style. That nigga 6'9", light on his feet. really fast, got power. Like nigga do everything. You gonna have to deal with that. Like I said, it's just your job to not break in that second half, not get lackadaisical. And I'm a bank on him to not get lackadaisical and to not break.
Yeah, man. Again, it's just one of them fights where it's just so many variables in this motherfucker, man, that could just make for some crazy shit to happen. Usyk, on the other hand, though, we just gonna play devil's advocate. After picking Tyson Fury, that motherfucker Usyk, man, is a bad motherfucker too, man. Boxing's IQ, just boxing style in general, he could make this a dominating fight if he don't come out like he did in that first half in the first fight. He could come out here and what I mean, make some shake, man, and really surprise a lot of motherfuckers.
Another thing that worried me with Tyson, since we gonna play devil's advocate, is shit been hard. Like even fought Wilder, had to go through some knockdowns, had to fight Ngannou, had to fight Usyk. Like that's a tough schedule, and all them fights was hard as shit. Every fight I just said, the three Wilder fights, going into the Ngannou fight, then going into the Usyk fight, all five of them fights was grueling fights. So it's like it might be some chink in that armor where he might just do break, bro. He might just overcome it again, just because the nigga been through some shit. Like you a little bit more fresher than him. You didn't have to fight Wilder you ain't had to face that right hand 6 times. You ain't had to face that Francis Ngannou left hook to the temple. And you didn't have to fight yourself in the first time and take that left hand. So it's like, you feel me? You
Yeah,
ain't been
so
through,
EJ.
and he been knocked down before these fights. So it's like you ain't been through what I've been through. So it's like that might be the edge. The fact that he ain't, you feel me? He ain't been through what I've been through. I had to overcome some shit to get to be here. And like I said with the Bochuk fight, with Madridov, you would have probably lost to Ortiz just because, not because he better than you, but because you fought Bud, Bochuk, and went straight into the Ortiz fight. You probably would have lost because fighting them two back to back, that grueling would have been the edge he needed. And this could be that. We're fighting them 5 fights, bro. Those 5 grueling fights, bro. Them 5 fights I said, bro. Like he went through hell in all of them, and he always overcame it for the most part. Like outside of Usyk, he overcame it, but he went through hell, bro. And that's going back to when the first Wilder fight was. That 2020, 2021. We talking about 4 years of going through hell, bro. He might be too much chink in that armor where you gonna deal with it. Usyk like, I'm gonna take what you give me. I'm gonna have to deal with that because, like I said, it's just too much. But you're gonna break down eventually just because you done been to too many wars.
Yeah, man, and obviously we ain't surprised to see a Tyson knockdown. So I mean, Usyk, I mean, obviously he did it the last fight in the ninth round, but you know what I mean. He catch him clean. You know what I mean. He getting the mode. He getting the flow. You never know, dog.
And they gave Usyk. A lot of people thought Usyk did good in the first 3 rounds. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't see it. But that's another reason he won that fight. A lot of people don't talk about that neither. Because in a way, I don't think Tyson lost. Like he definitely lost 9. Like it's what's the name. But I definitely thought he won at least one round out of 10, 11, 12. And you only need one round if you gonna win 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 6 rounds that you can't take from him. He definitely won one of those, you means. And the first 3 rounds, like I said, a lot of people thought he was doing good. And I'm like, I really ain't see it. Like, if you give Tyson them first two of them first 3 rounds, like I did, he probably still should win by 1 point. Cause that's how I scored it. I had Tyson still winning by 1 point with the knockdown, just cause I had it 8-4. But the knock, like I said, if it's 7-5, Usyk winning by 1 point. But it being 8-4, you still lose by 1 point. So like I said, I don't know how they felt about it them early rounds when he was touching him to the body. He was getting some left hands to the stomach and but
Mm-hmm.
nothing significant was landed on either side. So I guess I understand that they was gonna choose that to be the significant shots.
No, that's what he was doing, going to that body often. I was noticing that shit too when they was fighting. because he couldn't
Mhm.
really. He had to try to get to the inside. You know, Tyson big as fuck, so you had to try to do something to hit the nigga. You can't really. I mean, you trying to go to his face. He's sitting on his jab. You know that bitch sharp as hell. So you got to try to do something, land something. So that bitch was landing though. So I could see that if they thought those were the more effective shots for the round, and Tyson on his, you know, he might be on his back foot boxing this round at
Mhm.
3. I could see that.
Yeah, because that's why I said it definitely wasn't nothing significant. So I can understand why they said, well, it's not too many. You mean neither one of them did too much, so we just had to choose what we like. And you mean we liked the more clearer body shots, like you said, because you know the nigga frame big as shit. They clear as shit when you hit him to the body.
Yeah, you can't hide that,
So
man.
you know I can see that, but I did score 8-4 for Tyson Fury because, like I said, I just thought 3-8 was domination. I feel like to me, you just can't take them 6 rounds away from me. Uh, if you only gave him them rounds, then that's cool too. That's very understandable. Like I'm not gonna argue nobody on that, and I'm saying it was 6-6, and that's why they felt Usyk won. Because outside of 3-8, you can make an argument for every other round Usyk dominating, especially 9 through 12. You could feel like he won 9, 10, 11, 12 plus the knockdown, and you could feel like 1 and 2 was him, and he'll win the fight. And like I said, I won't argue on that because my whole thing is 3-8. But I did think, like I said, they spiced the first 2 rounds.
This one's gonna be crazy though. I think both of them gonna come out a little bit more aggressive. That's why I think it's gonna make for a good fight too. Obviously, Tyson's just a natural boxer, though. I feel like he is gonna stay on that jab a little bit, but I do think Usyk's gonna be a little bit more aggressive because, again, like we said, he was getting outboxed what we thought was in first 5, 6 rounds. So I do think he's gonna probably be a little bit more aggressive, but I don't know. He ain't gonna abandon the game plan. He know what he's doing.
And that's why I low key thought Tyson got the 8 rounds for me. Cause even though the body shots was landing, I feel like he was still boxing him. I feel like the body shots was the only thing that was landing, but I feel like Tyson still was having a nice sharp jab, still on his toes, still was moving on his back foot, and he started taking it to him because of how good he was outboxing him. He like, let me see if I could do a little more. He started whooping his ass on the level. So
He
it's
was
like,
throwing for a minute.
no cap. So it's like I feel like them 2 rounds was the reason that started 3-8 because he like, oh wow, I could really box with him. Let me see you mean. Let me start opening up just a little tad bit more. Start touching him up. See you mean. Like I say, he Usyk, so you got to play it close. Can't go crazy, but you could. You mean touch him. Try to do a little bit more. See what's up. And once he start touching, you know, well, I could touch him. He start putting that shit together and start landing uppercuts. Start walking to him a little bit. Start giving him body shots. We know he don't like that. Start you mean. Start getting a little aggressive with him. Like I said, came back to haunt him. He might have got too aggressive. Cause like I said, you gotta play it close. It's still Usyk. He might have got too happy, and Usyk was like, "Oh, well, I was waiting for you to fuck up." You know what I mean? But I got Tyson, man. That's my final pick. It's gonna be a good fight. I can't wait for the fight. Like I said, I think it's definitely gonna live up to the whole those 2 guys that I trust with my whole life to always be themselves, no matter who in front of them.
No,
So
yeah.
for that, I think that's why it's gonna be a good fight. I mean, that's when you mostly think it's gonna be a good fight when you just trust 2 fighters. No matter if it's 10 niggas in front of them, they gonna be themselves. No matter who there, ain't nobody gonna freeze them or overcome or just dominate them. They just too good for that, and that's how I feel about both these guys.
No, yeah, these two A+ fighters right here, two the elite of the elite.
First ballot Hall of Famers for me, both of them.
Oh
First
yeah,
ballot for me, both of them is first ballot. They first time being able to get in, they both should get the call. They first time, whenever that call is.
no, that's facts. Both of them is the real deal, dog. So again, like you said, this I think it's gonna live up to the hype. The first fight was a good ass fight. You know what I mean? That shit lived up to the hype. So I already know how this one should play out, man. I'm hoping to do at least nobody get no crazy ass knockout in the first 5 or something.